from Louisville, Kentucky, Muhammad Ali.
These black bodies of these two very big heavyweights. And there's Eskin now. First time that he's refereed this side of the pond on Albert Lewis's face. And I think you've got to look at the height of Lewis there. He's about an inch taller, it would seem to me, than Muhammad Ali. Training, and that was for real in Miami a couple of years ago, and got the sack for doing it. Heavier than he weighed for Jerry Quarry. And 200 and... Now Lewis knows he has to get right on top of Ali, and he's a rough customer, and there's a lot of... I think that Ali's showing a bit of respect anyway for Lewis. It looks as though Lewis can reach him with that left hand as well there. Well, I think those are going to be the danger spots for Muhammad. There's no fooling around tonight. These punches are really going at full strength. Or that Ali showed him a great deal of respect. And coming in the ring, who will up. So Muhammad Al Lewis there. I've seen that before in a fight with this former champion. I've never seen him land a low blow before, and I've covered most one right out of the book. The padded ring, which is maybe one of the reasons why the dancing feet are not in evidence. Now, what's he trying to do? Who's he trying to kid here, Ali? Is he trying to set Lewis up with a right-hand counter? He could be in trouble. And he almost walked into that right-hand shot by dropping his hands there. 30 fights and lost only 4 of them. And the corner from Lewis is saying, fire, let punches go, will you? And a good combination there, right on the bell with Muhammad Ali. Well, title shot, and also to Bob Stallings, but he reversed that decision against Stallings. Have a 10-second buzzer here as you have in America. Almost worship the man, and here's this heavyweight happening now, really giving them some sparkle. I think he's taken a couple of Lewis's best shots and figures I've got to get in, but he's not getting it his own way at all. And this fellow those shots are a bit high with the right hand, catching Lewis over here, but I think they've parked the rule book at the gates tonight and left it all to Lewis. And now he's really snarling at him, Muhammad Ali. He's putting his punches together with purpose now. Lewis is jabbing with that left hand, pouring with it a bit, like a man who's a bit uncertain.
I think he wants to mesmerize Lewis a little bit. He wants his fighter to turn it on. This is rooted to the center of the ring, and this fellow is using this ring, even though it is only about 60. But it doesn't look as though it's had an effect yet on Lewis's legs. And he's willing to throw bombs if he gets the chance. And that really banged Lewis off balance. I don't know really whether he was hurt. Ali breaking the force of those punches, tucking his arms inside. Corner that Lewis is tired. I wouldn't quite go along with that. I understand that he's not a long distance fighter.
But Ali's hitting him with his good shots, and he's coming back. And I must say, I didn't hear
I don't get the impression from that illusion that the referee is in fact in Ali's cuts for Muhammad Ali.
To get out of that corner and hanging his chin out a bit like a lantern in a storm there. Now is Ali going to... And a wild swing there from Lewis, caught Ali around the ribs, a little far back. Now that was the punch that he hurt him with in training 2 years ago. And that really is ridiculous, just to stand there and take them. What a right hand. That was the punch, I think, that Ali was looking for. He teed off with that right hand. He let the left hands go. He softened, and the round is over. Or is the fight over? No, the round...
No, Reg, I think Eskin was right. I think Lewis was up at 9.
Trying to emphasize I doubt whether he can let him go this round. Together, clusters of punches the whole time. It looks as though Ali can take him now more or less when he wants to, but he wants to do it very professionally and execute that right-hand punch. No, that's not the way to do it. That was too short. But the left 39th professional fight, Muhammad Ali. Lost only one, of course, to Frazier, and the return, we hope, coming up. And this loose bandage is exactly the same thing that happened in the Quarry fight. And Lewis is coming back now. He's teeing off and fighting back. Well, what do you know about this? You get the feeling as if you want to say to Lewis, well, at least throw a dozen punches all at once and see what happens. But he puts them just one at a time. He almost sends a stamp with it. And this is a no-hit at this stage. No, they're back in again. And he keeps chopping that right hand down. That's what he called his karate blow. That was the punch that caught Sonny Liston up at Lewiston, Maine. That short. So there's these broad shoulders of Ali in full flight, and a left hook there that really rocked Lewis just above me. It's about 3 feet away from here. And again the bell then.
Limit the physical endurance. Ali is in great shape. He's moving
the 8th
around.
round then. And it's just a question now whether this strong man Lewis can be broken up. I think probably there's a sign of frustration with Ali now. He did really on the knockdown, and just once on a low blow from Ali. These punches together maybe half a dozen at the time, and then suddenly Lewis will let one go as he did then, but that was just cuffing. I get the message that Lewis is not the kind of guy you'd want to fight in a dugout. You think perhaps Lewis might start walking to his own right hand to avoid Ali's right hand, but he's staying static right in front of him and taking the punches. $5,000 the hard way, but he's in there a real professional to the core. No quittance with him. It's absolutely amazing, really, because Ali just doesn't know what to do with him. He's throwing his best shots, he's landing them all, and nothing is happening. I think he'll have to speak to him rather severely if this keeps up. And what do you know, Lewis is coming back again. I wonder if there's any possibility of Ali being shot. No, I wouldn't have thought so. Bob?
He still has 4 rounds to go against a very, very tough customer. Opponent.
Well, certainly the rounds come up for round 9, scheduled for 12. And in case you've just... And now there's a bit of shape. Because certainly everything Ali throws at him, he totally ignores. And tries his right hand. He's copying the Ali stuff now. I think that's what's called taking a bit of a liberty. Well, he's having a lot of trouble setting him up for that final payoff punch if it can come over, and it's not so certain that it will, because Lewis still having a go. And this is Ali now turning it on in all his glory. He's really looking the part now, but full marks to Lewis. He's punch swapping, but the right hand there on that chin, and the ropes are really holding Lewis up, but he's fighting back again. He's using them as a springboard punishment this man's taken, and coming back. This will surprise Ali. He hasn't had an opponent do this, I don't think, since Joe Frazier. And that's the most punches you'll see landed on Ali for a long time. And that real glare there with Ali, it looks as though he's really upset the way this fella's coming back. And what a round that was.
Involved in. Lewis just came back. He was out of it again. He
imposed his will stronger on the other at this stage. A survival of the fittest and of the big hearts and the big punch. What an amazing man, Lewis. You get the feeling as though Lewis is saying, OK, let everything go at me. When you've done it, I'll come back at you. Respite. And these legs really are unhinging the whole time on Lewis. They're just almost disobedient. And these legs really are unhinging the whole time on Lewis. They're just almost disobedient. Couldn't have put it better myself, Bob. Posse of seconds, really working hard. Luther Burgess, Don Elbaum, Steve Eisner. 30 years old now, but what a fantastic athlete he still is. But I must say, don't get any ideas that he has carried Lewis in a way. They're really giving them the business. And it looks as though Eskin feels that that's enough. He's not going to allow Muhammad Ali to toy with Blue Lewis, but he's had the professional pride of finishing this fight on his feet in the 11th round. And I think the fantastic performance by Muhammad Ali and a great performance of courage by Blue Lewis.
And Muhammad Ali
is being lifted on his shoulders there. You haven't seen that before. His brother Rahman is lifting him up, and Lewis is lifting Muhammad Ali up.